Good morning. We're doing a Duchess class today, testing these sidings while we've got the engine sheds off. This is a Duchess of Atholl. We put the sound into it. Now this first part of the track we're testing it on was not computer programmed. We actually changed this ourselves. I designed this siding with all streamlined points, and we're running on speed step 128 with a Gauge Master Prodigy. How fast are we going?
7.
This is speed 7. So we're just going to trundle round. Now for those that think this is boring, you're probably right. But what it does is it shows people how this loco performs in sidings, which to some of you is important, because you might be looking at buying a locomotive do you want to go back again? There we go. And wondering how it will perform in the sidings, because it's all very well having something that will go along a flat piece of track. That's wonderful. But then you get it to the sidings. These are streamlined points. That's a short streamlined point. That point you're going through now. All Insulfrog points. So anybody says your digital locomotives won't run over Insulfrog points. Yeah, okay. Now streamlined points are a lot better, especially for big locomotives. It's all very subjective, and I realise a lot of it's down to space too. If you're trying to confine something into space, then sat track points could be a good way to go. However, from my experience and smoothness of running, you are better off having streamlined points. I would rather have less sidings and streamlined points. Now if everything you're going to run is 040, 060 and smaller locomotives, but even then streamlined points, they look a lot more realistic. Right, now it's going to come through now. Radius 2 curve point. And this is on the radius 3 part of a radius 2 curve point. Set track curve points are radius 2 on the inner and radius 3 on the outer. Now this here is a set track point. If I was to do it again, I would use a streamline point, but to rip it all up, because we've got the lights and the wires underneath, it really is. If locomotives were continuing to run poorly, then I would alter it, but they're not. Now this is the left hand part of a set track point, and what you will also notice is this loco is continuously running over the Insulfrogs of the Insulfrog points. This is a Loksound decoder and some fancy speaker that I had put in it, and it sounds pretty good. And you can see there it's a little bit clunky. Now if that was a streamlined point, as you saw on the other parts, it would be a lot smoother. Okay, now we're coming back over radius 2. Curve point, and it's now going into the radius 3 part, and it's now coming up to the piece of track we had problems with that you saw I had to alter for another Duchess to go through. And you can see it's not really realistic, it's just it's train set. I'm not going to deny it, even though it's my layout, I'm a realist. But we don't very often run Duchess class locomotives there, so, well, if at all, to be honest. And you could see where we fixed it, it's fine. Now, sorry, speak.
You missed that one again.
Oh, what, the one down the centre?
Yeah.
I've just been informed I've missed a piece of track. We will go back to that. I never said I was any good. But we're going to continue as we are, and we'll go back and do the track I've missed. Okay, now this is going to go all the way around radius 2. This is tight. But you can see it's... But as I said, this was programmed on the computer, and the computer only tells you what will fit into a space. Now, I think these fan tracks look impressive, but really I would never do it again. And this is my layout I'm slagging off. I would never do it again. The bends are just too tight to be realistic, and locos do not look comfortable. No, this is really tight. This is a set track point, radius 2. And then it's going into another one. Yes, the loco does it, but I'm telling you now, if this track wasn't straight, it would not. All day long, if my track wasn't straight, it would not do it. And you can see that that is tight. And I just turn the power off. And do you want to go back again into that siding? What happened there was I hit the wrong point, and I cut the power off, because the power only goes into this from the main loop. There are no bus bars or anything, it only comes in from one place. Now we're going to take it all the way back out, and we're going to do the piece of track I missed. Now this is all radius 2 round here, and this is really, really tight. You can see where the cavities of the loco in relation to the tender. I hope the camera shows it, because you've got lens distortion, it doesn't show, but it looks like the tender's near enough turning back on itself. And that's radius 2, and that is tight. And here we go, we're going to go back down where I missed it, which is a nice easy piece of track. Yes, the locomotive will do radius 2. You saw where we repaired the track on the last model railway video. It is doable, but everything has to be level, especially with these large locos, or you will lose your bogies. And you can see, apart from me cutting the power off, that was easy, and missing that piece of track. And as I said, it's a Gauge Master Prodigy. It's speed setting 1 to 8, and which setting it's on 7.
7.
So the maximum speed is 1 to 8, and this is running on 7. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.